Hello folks, we are up to only 3 or 4 weeks away from receiving the first installment of DLC for Khazan, and as expected, we have just received another hotfix during the late hours of yesterday. To be honest, I would still expect further updates either prior or in addition to the upcoming DLC. This hotfix is the smallest we've had so far and will take me barely any time to cover at all. It mostly fixes some recent crash issues, and I suspect it's just a quick fix whilst the folks over at Neepal cook up our next big update. I'm very excited for the DLC, despite us having absolutely no details on what to expect. I do have reserved expectations, but any additional content this soon into a single player game's lifecycle is definitely going to help boost its hype and help bring more players into our cozy little community. Yesterday does of course mark the 1 month anniversary of Khazan's official release, and whilst it did have 3 days in early access, I actually can't believe it has only been a month. It does feel like double or triple that with all of the updates and news we have had already. I've been so wrapped up in covering Khazan that I haven't taken much time to stand back and see how much Neepal have delivered in such a short amount of time. I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, so let's rein it back in. For now, we do have last night's hotfix, so let's very quickly dig in. First up, we have 2 error fixes, which are fixed an issue where the character or game client would freeze when quickly switching between weapons during an attack. Not something I've heard much about, but I'm sure there's a fair few people that have been affected by this. Next, we have fixed an issue where the game would crash when entering the ending credits after completing the standalone achievement following the April 22nd update. This is something I have heard of occurring, and it's nice to see it being patched very quickly. We also have some additional information in regards to recovering save data. If you have experienced any issues, I'll leave a note for the hotfix below. As I said before, this is the smallest hotfix we've had thus far, and I suspect it's more to alleviate a few issues rather than prepare Khazan for the upcoming DLC. I really can't decide whether we'll get a patch prior to the DLC or if they will just both release at the same time. I'm leaning slightly towards the latter, but Neepal do have a very good track record of speedy patches and hotfixes so far, so it would not surprise me in the slightest if they were to release a patch within the next week or so, and then shortly follow that up with the DLC and a few additional fixes. Rest assured, I will be updating you all as soon as I hear any news myself. I'm about as firmly rooted into as many forums and hotspots for Khazan discussion, so I'm pretty confident nothing is getting through this net anytime soon. Outside of this, I have recently been working on an Expedition 33 guide series. It's a turn-based game, but it does have unique dodging and parrying mechanics, making it appeal to the Souls-like community a lot more than typical turn-based games would. Feel free to check it out, as I do hope to cover it for quite some time to come. Anyway, that is it for this guide, folks. I do, of course, have a range of guides on the channel, and I am working hard on many more, so do feel free to stop on by and check things out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, folks, and until next time, peace.